Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today we're on the Method YouTube channel taking a different approach to this video, actually looking at all of the changes that happened in this last month and kind of where the PvP metagame has gone since then. So in this last month, guys, there's been so many changes to Arena, primarily the mana change, which we'll go over here in a second, that have completely shaken up the metagame, where like all the comps that were good are now bad, and a bunch of random comps that were like not that good are all of a sudden really good, and it's all been down to this one change. So let's actually hop into these changes right here. And this is actually, I think, on February 13th. This is the Wowhead link. I like Wowhead for being able to check any of the changes, PvP hotfixes, stuff like that. We'll have the link down below in the description if you guys did want to check that out. And guys, we were not expecting this, right? So people were like, okay, yeah, Destro locks were a bit OP, you know, Unholy DKs were a bit OP, Mistweavers were a bit OP, and like that's what we were thinking in our heads, like, okay, maybe get some nerfs here, maybe get some nerfs there. And then we look at these changes coming out of nowhere. PvP, Resto Druid mana regeneration now reduced by 55% in PvP. Holy Priest, Holy Pally, Resto Shaman, Mistweaver Monk now reduced by 50% in PvP. And Discipline mana regeneration now reduced by 45% in PvP. So like, just gutted the mana of every single healer in the game. I think that's every healer in the entire game, to make the pacing of Arena completely different. So this happened right after one of the big WoW tournaments for PvP, and the games were super long, super dampening. And what I think this change was, guys, was Blizzard basically saying like, crap, we don't want the games going 15 minutes each until 70 or 80% dampening. Not good. What's the quickest way we can fix this? What's the quickest way we can make the games not go to 80% dampening? Boom! There you have it. Nerf the mana in half by almost every single healer. So this kind of, you know, took everyone by surprise. Everyone's like, whoa, what? People complaining on Twitter, on social media. Everyone's freaking out. Like, what are these changes? What are these changes? And I think, okay, let me tell you guys what I honestly think. I honestly think, one, healers should go Healers should go That's like my major kind of point here. I don't think you should ever have a 90% dampening game with a healer at 100% mana. Ever, right? I think healers should have to think, do I want to do this quick heal that's not very efficient, or should I do a longer cast heal that's more mana efficient that might not heal them as much, right? So like a flash heal or a heal, for example. You know what, like they should have to think about mana consumption, mana regeneration, maybe getting a drink, maybe healing a bit more efficiently, or if someone's dying, okay, let me use a ton of my mana to pick them back up. I like that. I think that's a skill cap, and I think it's really cool that healers have that. So having said that, I almost like the change, even though everyone else is saying that they hate it. I almost like the change because it's like, hey, look, mana is now something that you have to think about more. However, I think this might have been a little bit overboard. People are going too fast. And then there's two more things I have to say about it. One, something like a Disc Priest did not need this mana nerf at all. Disc Priest went anyway, and now they just instantly go and making them not really viable. So now you have a healer like Disc Priest that was actually pretty good before the changes. The changes came in, boom. Disc Priest no longer. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Seriously, feels bad, man. Disc Priest can't really play him anymore. Then you have healers like Holy Pally and Resto Druids, who previously wouldn't really go that Now they do go but now they last the longest before going So now they're the best healers. Resto Druid and Holy Pally are the two best healers right now. Arguable, of course, but probably the best two. And then we have probably Mistweavers after that, and then Shamans and Priests. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I think these changes were good. I like healers going but 50% nerf in all of them, and maybe a little bit overboard. Also, the second thing I was going to say is there's just PvP changes that need to happen, right? Like, Destro Warlocks are broken, right? Destro Warlocks, maybe Assassination Rogue nerfs still need to come out a little bit. Unholy DKs probably still need to come out a little bit. And I mean, it's arguable on what needs buffs and what needs nerfs, but there's some things that probably need nerfs. And there's a lot of things like Frost DKs, BM Hunters, maybe Arcane Mages, or Feral Druids, or Balance Druids that all need buffs, right? All those classes are very weak. Or Affliction Warlocks, right? Jeez, like they've been so bad for so long. So a lot of classes need buffs, a couple classes need nerfs, and we just see this mana change. So I think that's where everyone was confused. We also did see the Nourish talent mana increase and a slight change here on Neurotoxin, kind of a band-aid change here on Neurotoxin, making it so that hopefully not really viable because it was bugging out, making you interrupted a lot longer than it was supposed to. So they tried to like a band-aid fix right there, and they said they're gonna do a better fix, maybe 8.15. But anyway, with all these changes, guys, like what are we seeing in the metagame? We're seeing Resto Druids and Holy Paladins being the best 2 healers, maybe followed by Mistweaver for Monks. We're seeing a lot of Destro Warlock and Fire Mage, and actually we're seeing Frost Mage as well. We're seeing Holy DKs, Windwalkers, Ellie Shamans, Warriors. So it's a lot of like TSG, Thunder, RMD or RM Pala, but not RM Priest. We're seeing a lot of like double casters like Shadow Priest Ellie, Shadow Priest Destro, Destro Ellie, right? And then we're seeing a lot of stuff like TSG, DK Warrior, a lot of like these DK compositions like Windwalker DK, or I've seen a lot of like Windwalker Mage, Windwalker Ellie, Windwalker Shadow Priest. So that's pretty much the meta right now. All of the comps that I just listed are pretty much what people are flocking towards. What do I want to see this turn into? I don't know if I mind how the metagame is working. What I want is Disciplined Priests to be buffed to a point where they can perform, right? That's what I want to see next. I want to see Affliction Warlocks, maybe like Frost DKs, maybe like Frost Mages, or like a couple of these classes that maybe aren't performing well or feel a bit awkward, get buffs. And when I say Frost Mage, they're performing well, but they're a bit awkward, right? So I would like the playstyle change. That's coming from a Mage player. And then, I mean, longer term stuff, I want abilities added back in. There's a lot of stuff I would like to see down the line. But right now, guys, buffs to Disc Priest, maybe nerfing Destro Warlocks, maybe Unholy DKs, and buffing a lot of the stuff that's underperforming, so we just get a more solid metagame. And then in general, I would like to see all of these changes, I guess, instead of 50% nerfs, maybe cut it back a little bit, give people 10 or 20% of their mana back, so we can, like, for example, Resto Druids can't Cyclone or else they'll go out of mana, but Cyclone's a fun ability that allows Resto Druids to play really well. So now since Druids, it would be bad to clone because it would make yourself it just kind of lowers the skill cap. So we don't want the skill cap lowered. A change like this lowers the skill cap. So maybe I do like the healers to go but maybe this is a bit overboard. So all of those things definitely are in consideration. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you did like it and thumbs down if you did not like it. Let me know if you like videos like this where I kind of keep you guys up to date on what's going on in PvP, with the hotfixes, changes, current metagame stuff, like what's performing well, what's not performing well, like in the current game right now. If you guys like videos like this, let me know down below. And guys, if you don't know me, my name's Xaryu. I make YouTube videos over on Xaryu LOL on YouTube. I have an Instagram, Xaryu LOL on Instagram. I have a Twitch, Xaryu LOL on Twitch. And guess what? I have a Twitter. And guess what my Twitter handle is? Xaryu LOL on Twitter as well. Guys, follow me on all the socials. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.